Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy, Jarom and Tanner.
Welcome to 80. Wow, I already fucked that up. Welcome to episode 87 of the Windy City Bender Podcast. With me, as usual, is Tanner. Tanner, how you doing, bud?
Absolutely fantastic. What a week. What a fucking week. And what a way to end that week. So fucking hype right now.
We'll get into it, but it's kind of weird being like a proud Hawks fan again.
Oh, it feels
like
good.
It feels great, but it's also like, whoa, all right. So I think everybody and their mother is going to know what we're going to be talking about with this one and why this was such a great week. So in honor of that, we're going to be calling this episode 87, aka the Showtime.
The Showtime, baby.
Big moment there. Do we want to get into that right away, or do we want to touch on some of the other stuff first?
I mean, let's just start at the bit like where we left off. You know, let's go into they had game on Tuesday. Is that right?
Yeah, I think the last game we talked about was the Anaheim win.
Yeah. So Tuesday up in Ottawa, maybe. That's them Hawks starting that Canada road trip against a team that's like not that good at all.
It was definitely like could have been a giant trap game.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I didn't get a chance to watch these games because of like I gotta work. It just always happens where I'll work like a few days a week and then it's always going to coincide with the Hawks games and it's annoying, but I mean they're winning, so I don't really care.
Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the schedule here so I can see everything. Oh yeah, it was a 3-2 overtime win. This game looked bad. I remember, like off the beginning, like the Hawks just could not get anything going. Ottawa took a 2-0 lead into the second period. It just was not going their way at all. No. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm getting the right games here. Nylander looked fucking terrible this game. He just could not fucking control the puck. He was making stupid turnovers. I think he was on the book for one of those goals as his fault as a turnover.
Yeah, I remember somebody saying something about that, like while the game was going on. But anyway, if Nylander's messing up, it's okay. We have our other rookie sensation in Dominic Kubalik, fifth rounder. You know, that's all he's worth.
That's all it took. That's all it took was a fifth round.
Just unbelievable. Yeah, he's continues his like tear of fucking scoring goals against everybody apparently.
Yeah, he picked up his 17th goal and 18th goal of the season. His 18th goal was a clutch one to tie it up with it was within 3 minutes 41 seconds into the period. And then fucking Jonathan Toews, Captain Serious, puts a team on his back in overtime and just fucking walks everybody, goes around the net, then fucking nice little snipe.
He just danced around for a little bit, and then he's like, oh, you're going to give me all this time? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take that.
But don't forget, Jonathan Toews sucks.
Nah. He's still ranked higher than Patrick Kane in Players of the Decade.
God, don't even get started on
Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't it make sense?
I mean, so much sense. But that was a fucking huge win. It's weird saying it was a huge win because it was a team you should have beat, but at the same time, that was a game we should have lost. The way they were playing that first period, and they were able to dig deep and make it happen.
Also, they didn't actually let up more than 25 shots that game too, which was
22
kind
shots
of hard to believe.
Against.
Yeah,
22 shots against and overtime. I guess that didn't really count because overtime was only 42 seconds, but Robin Lehner, man, back in Ottawa, he just fucking destroys his old team.
Yeah.
I think he's only lost 3 games or something like that. I think it was 8-1-3 going into it.
What was it? I know it was the stat that popped up yesterday, during the game. He was won 9 out of his last 10 games or something like that. And he just is on like stoppable. He's just so good. He's always so good.
He had that stack pad save too, just old school, just throw himself at the puck. Oh my god, dude, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah, he's amazing, and it's all clicking right now, and it's good that he's still playing as well as he is, like from the start of the season until now. Like he hasn't tailed off at all.
So if that game was a big homecoming for Robin Lehner against his old team, then the next night was an even bigger homecoming for Crawford playing back in his hometown. This was
the Canadians cannot beat Corey Crawford. It doesn't matter where they're at. If they're in Chicago or if they're in Montreal, the Canadians just can't beat Crawford. He comes and he fucking shows up for those games like hard as hell.
This was a great fucking statement game from like our bottom six forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Right off the bat, they get a shorthanded from Zach Smith. But you know who started that play? Kajula. Kajula goes behind the net. He forces the turnover behind, and Zach Smith just had the nice little tap in.
Yep. Yep. Well, it wasn't like the goalie played the puck behind the net, and there was just like something weird, and then it just got.
Yeah, he went to go. Yeah, he went to go play the puck in the net, and then I think it was like Kajula was coming around.
Yeah,
he tried to change direction with way he was taking the puck, and he just stumbled on himself.
Yeah, I mean, easy goal right there. And then Zach Smith scored a second one, which was an unbelievable tip.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking top shelf. Unreal.
He's a guy I really wish –
losing it.
I really wish he would, start clicking because I really like him. I think he's a great role guy. Yeah. And he's got not a bad salary cap hit. I know last week we talked about how there's rumors of him being bought out. But if they can make that contract work, he's a fucking great guy.
Yeah, what was his deal? He's at like $4 million or something.
I know he was like $1 million cheaper than Anisimov. So what was Anisimov at?
Anisimov was like 6, I think.
Maybe it's a little bit more. I might as well just go on Cap Friendly.
Yeah, why not?
Our usual website.
One of my favorite websites to go to, where I do all of my research. It's so easy to do.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's 3.25.
Jesus Christ.
So,
yeah, let's make that work out because he is definitely worth the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another. I mean, DeBrincat finally got back on the board in that game.
It's good. Those are the players you need to see scoring.
And then on top of that, I didn't see this whole game either, so I'm struggling here. But Kane and Taze both with another point in that game. Kane with 36 assists, his 36 assists for the year. Tazer with his 27th.
Yeah.
It's everybody's really starting to buy in. I know we'll talk about it, but at this point, that was the Hawks' third straight win. Kane's assist.
Call it a streak.
Yeah, Kane's assist gave him 998 for his career, even a big opportunity in the next couple games. Back to Otto real quick. Did you watch the game yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you hear the story Pat Foley was talking about Kaner, his parents in Ottawa, his dad and his uncle in Ottawa?
No, I didn't hear that.
So last time he went to Ottawa, he put up 5 points. And so they brought these signs to make 1,000.
Yeah.
Because he was 5 points away at that point. So they were
possible too.
Yeah. So they were going through security, and the security guard stops Patrick Kane's uncle and was like, "Oh, so what's this?" He goes, "Oh, it's a sign, in case Patrick Kane gets his 1,000th point." He's like, "Oh, really? Yeah. How far is he?" And his uncle goes, "Oh, he's at 400." So the security's the security guy looked at him and he just picked up the stuff and just walked through.
It's only at 400, just in case he gets to 1,000 tonight. That's fine.
Yeah. So I thought that was a kind of a funny story. Pat Foley was losing his mind telling that on TV yesterday.
It's who just does that? How many points away is he? Oh, he's only at 400. Okay. What?
And you know what? I wouldn't put a Bass Kaner either, especially against Ottawa. So anyway.
Bro.
The real fun started on Saturday.
Saturday. Saturday.
Big game against Toronto. who for like the last like 2 years, every time we play Toronto, it's a high scoring game.
It's always fun.
It's always fun.
Always fun.
Hawks always get a huge lead and then seem to blow it.
I mean, this one wasn't that crazy.
No. But so going in, I was on the edge of my seat, like wondering, oh, what the hell's gonna happen? Let's just read these goals real quick.
Yeah.
Jula, 5th goal of the year. Jonathan Taves, his 13th goal of the year. Brandon Saad back from IR with a fucking snipe and a half.
Yeah. Fucking
holy fuck.
I just wanted to point out though, going into this game, even though Kaner only needed 2 points?
2 points.
So Taves needed 6 for 800, which is during this game you saw Taves was just like, I'm about to hit 800 before you get 1,000.
Yeah.
He's trying his goddamn best because he fucking put up 4 points and it's great.
Dude. Then Jonathan Taves with his 2nd of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then the greatest goal, I think, goal of the year.
Oh my God.
I don't know what was better, to be honest with you, the goal or Taves' reaction to the goal.
Where he's like, what? How did he do that?
So Taves is going into the corner for anybody who missed it. He's going into the corner, just backhand sauce, probably knee length off the ice.
Yeah, just tosses it at the front of the net.
Kubalik knocks it out of midair.
Fucking
beauty goal.
It. Oh my God.
Fucking Astros.
Yeah.
Where Astros coaches were like on the bench, giving a little buzzer to Kubalik on that one.
And the fastball's coming.
Yeah.
He put that one top shelf too, which was pretty amazing.
It was unreal.
And Freddie was having a bad night because the first 3 goals, it was 3 goals on 6 shots. He was literally at 50% save percentage. But everything was working well for the Hawks. And when that went in, you're like, yo, Freddie, you got no fucking chance tonight.
Dude. Once that one in, there was no release in that game.
Oh yeah, no. It's just fucking.
So that goal gave Taves his 3rd point of the game, his 1st assist, and then Kubalik with his 20th goal of the year, a rookie, 20 goals, 5th round draft pick. How are you?
Yeah, that's all it took to get him.
Yeah,
that's all he's worth, man. 20 goals. That's like a 5th rounder, right?
Yeah, and Taves with his 4th point of the game on that one. This was probably the most fun I've had watching this team play this season, was that game. Everything just seemed to be clicking for them. They were having fucking fun out there. There was little to there was nothing going on. I was a little worried with them going back to Crow again.
Yeah.
But I guess Winnipeg was the stronger competition for them. I don't know what the reason for that was, the play line of that game. But
they just maybe flipped a coin.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I mean, Crow did have 32 saves and 33 shots against Montreal.
Yeah. And then the Hawks only gave up 33 shots that game. Toronto was 1 for 2 on the power play. So I guess that was only 3 penalties that entire game between both teams.
It's I feel like the last time we played the Maple Leafs too, there's been no penalties.
Yeah. No, that was a fucking great game. 33 hits from the Hawks too. That surprised the shit out of me.
I mean, I know earlier in the season the Hawks were one of the teams that was kind of leading in hits, but it was also because we never had the puck. So
yeah,
that's more surprising, considering we scored 6 goals and still laid the body as much as possible.
So the Hawks leave Toronto with their 4th straight win.
Yeah, 3 for 3 on the road in that Canadian road trip.
Sweep the Canadian road trip, which was unreal. That was 3 huge games that we needed to pick up those points.
Yeah, and then Sunday, baby. Just another Canadian team.
Yeah. Kaner goes into that game looking for .1000. All he needed was 1.
I wanted him to not get it.
How cool would it have been though to get it with Q back in the building?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That would have been awesome.
So there's Tuesday or tomorrow, Tuesday, whatever.
Today. You listen to this.
Yeah, there we go.
2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna go to the Florida game. Gonna go see Coach Q return. Hopefully, see Taves get .800. And honestly, what could have happened, which would have been absolutely hilarious, is Taves just gets like 1 point, and then for whatever reason, Kane and Taves both assist on a Duncan Keith goal would have given them 800 points, 1,000 points, and 100 goals. It would have been awesome.
Jumbotron would have been breaking in front of which graphic to put up.
And I was seeing something and like somebody had mentioned it online, and then they're like, "Well, where would that puck go?" It's just like, yeah, that puck goes straight to the Hall of Fame. It is exactly where it belongs.
Do you think they're gonna have his the ceremony for Kane tomorrow?
I hope so, because I'm gonna be there.
It would be. I just think, I don't know, I keep going back to the whole Quenneville thing. Like, I just think for what Quenneville did for his career kind of thing, like, I think that just would be perfect to have that all.
Also, like, I mean, we're going to talk about it a little bit, but he's also named Coach of the Decade. And, like, that is mainly from being with the Blackhawks for the past, like, 10 years.
It was only for being the Blackhawks.
Yeah. I guess that's true. Well, technically still part of the decade. It was 2019, and he was on the Florida Panthers. So, but yeah, so Winnipeg comes to town trying to shit on our bed, on our winning streak that we have. Not today, Winnipeg.
No.
Not today.
Alex Nylander finally did something good. He scored a goal.
Hey, he puts it away, man. He did exactly what he needed to do. He was a tough angle.
I've been critical of him a lot, but he looked, at least that first period, he looked really fucking good. After that, I don't really remember seeing him too much. But
I remember there was one play like in the third where he was forechecking, and I was just like, yo, he's going like balls to the wall right now. And like you can tell he was skating extra hard. And I'm just like, where is this like most of the time?
Yeah.
You are this fast and you can close space on people so quickly. Like, why aren't you doing this on a regular basis? That's why you're on the fourth line right now.
Yeah, so I don't understand that guy. Like, he's got all the talent in the world. Like, no one is like saying he's not a good player. It's just he doesn't have that. It just doesn't seem like he's at the desire, that heart to go to that next level, and it just blows my mind. Like,
I wonder if it has anything to do with like maybe he'll start playing better now that like the team is doing better all collectively. Like if a team's on if he's on a shit team, he's probably just like, fuck, man, like got to do all this extra shit to still lose, and probably is just like a mentality thing.
Well, that's kind of bullshit. Like, if that's your mentality, like, I mean.
That's just a fucking guess.
Because
when they were up later in the game, like you can tell like he wanted to fucking be out there.
But I mean, that would explain his mindset in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of like one of those shitty things. Like, you're playing fucking NHL hockey, you got to go fucking out there. I mean, especially him. He's coming up, I think, on a contract. Like, he's not gonna get paid, but like,
well, he's got one more year on his rookie deal.
Like, fucking step it up, bud. Like, get that money.
Well, next year, maybe he's just going to be like, oh, I'm going to put up like 85 points. That would be great.
Another amazing goal the play was on the camp goal. Fucking Kirby Dach just fucking going hard to the net. Dude, I love this kid. Like,
he's amazing. And
he's so strong on that puck. Like,
he doesn't lose it. He picks it off of people so quick, too.
He was walking on the corner earlier in the game, and he just literally walked through two Jets. No problem. Everybody's like, oh, well, Pat Foley's like, well, there goes the puck. Oh, no, Kirby still has the puck. Like,
he battles through people, like, all the time. And then, like, I know Eddie said it, like, on the broadcast, like, during that goal, it's like, he's sneaky fast. Because he's so big, like, he doesn't need, like, short, quick strides. He takes these long, powerful fucking strides, and he's just off. It's like,
when he wants to move, he can fucking move.
Yeah, he's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
But so he got that assist on that goal, and that was finally broke like a 12-game pointless streak.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Going into it too, he only had 1 point in his last 28 games. So that one definitely fucking felt good.
Hey, now's the time to start streaking.
Yeah,
just like
he's probably like
Hawks.
He knows he's not winning Rookie of the Year. That Kubalik's gonna fucking probably take it away. So I'm just gonna save it for his sophomore year. You know.
Yeah, pack it in. Just go on a point streak for the rest of the year, and you'll be fine.
And then after that came. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say you skipped over the Gustafsson goal.
Oh yeah.
That was the second one. That was a great shot. It was just like
it was
through 4 players and just like didn't have a chance.
He's really starting to be the player that he was last year.
Yeah.
And it's been
good.
really fucking nice actually seeing him. And then so now we go to the golden goal.
Oh baby.
What better fucking way for that 0.1000 than on just an absolute beautiful passing play?
I saw Kane have it, and I could see like what was open. I was like, yep. And then it was just like pass, and I was like, Sod has a fucking wide open net, and I was like, oh baby, yeah.
I saw that, and before Sod shoot, I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be like a Dylan Sakura moment, isn't it?
It's possible.
Yeah, but no, it was just such a beautiful play. Heads up. I mean, great play by Carpenter.
Dude, Ryan
Sod was going
Carpenter
there.
is probably sneakily one of the best pickups we had over the summer. Like,
dude,
he's so solid.
Pat brought it up.
So solid.
Pat brought it up too. Like, they brought him in to be a low line guy who kills penalties. He's now on the second line playing with one of the best players in the game, producing. Penalty kill, power play. Like, this.
Just solid defensively, solid offensively. Just like, he's way better than I thought he was going to be.
Oh,
like, I love it. I am so happy.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and for $1 million too, like, let's fucking go.
True.
That puck goes in.
Deal.
First off, Sod instantly picking the puck up.
That's a Kirby Doc move right there.
Yeah, right there. I know, I'm glad these young guys are picking up on the vet Kirby Doc's moves out there.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it was really cool seeing the whole team get off the bench.
Yes, I was so surprised because I was just like fucking so like excited, and then I saw a couple more players. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, everybody's out on the ice." I was like, "That's fucking awesome!" Like,
I guess Taves cleared it with the refs before the game. I guess he.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and was like, "Hey, in case this happens, is it cool if the entire bench goes up to him?" And they're like, "Yeah." So that's why people were like, "Why is it not a penalty delay game?" and all that. I'm like.
Yeah.
Like, dude, 1,000 points.
It's not like every fucking point happens like that happens. Like, that's
So
90th player.
Yeah, the 90th player.
Go for it.
90th player, seventh current player, active player to hit it. He's only the fourth Chicago Blackhawk to ever do it. He's gonna break Mikita's record.
He's got some great company that he's in right now.
Yeah. What are the other Hawks? It's Mikita.
Yep.
Savard and Hall. Yeah. Fuck.
So, I'm trying to think if like who's next up on the list for 1,000 points
for the Hawks or in general.
No, just in general. Like, it's technically Henrik Zetterberg, but after that it's Ryan Getzlaff, who has 956. Jason Spezza has 933. Kopitar 931. Nicholas Backstrom has 911. He's gonna probably get 1,000 pretty soon.
Oh god, he's one of those players. Like, he's another sneaky, like, good player. Like,
always underrated.
It blows my mind.
100% always underrated.
Like, he's so good. He easily puts up like 50 assists, at least 50 assists every year.
Yeah,
like probably one of the best passers in the game. Like. God, it's so stupid that guy doesn't get like more praise. Negotiates his own new contract.
Yep, yeah, he did. That's right. I was like, is there something else? Yep. I forgot what he was getting. He's getting paid too, because it was it's like a little bit more of 9 million, 9.2 million.
9.2.
And no agent fees for that, bud. So
yeah, that's all profit.
Yeah, I mean, he was also only making like 6 million or something like that beforehand. It's like, all right.
And it's a 5-year deal, right?
Yeah.
So we're guaranteed at least 5 more seasons of Ovi?
Yeah, probably. He's gonna break records too.
So yeah, that Kaner gets the 1,000. It's like after that, the whole game is just kind of like, all right, let's just get it over with. Get win number 5 out of the way.
Yeah. I was surprised that Winnipeg pulled their goalie down by 3 with like little over 2 minutes left, because I haven't seen that. It's like usually down by 1 or down by 2, they pull their goalie, but they were down by 3, and they're like, I was like, what are they doing? And then as soon as I said, what are they doing? Line A scores. And I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess it makes sense now.
But then the Hawks put the icing on the cake with an empty netter from Kubalik with an assist from Jonathan Taves.
$7.99, baby. So I'm hoping that come today, when they play the Panthers, Tays also gets his 800th point the same night that Quinville comes back. And if they want to toss in a Duncan Keith goal, they're kind of rare these days, but have him get his 100th goal, like that'd be cool too. Like,
can we just
milestone night?
Can the Hawks just like hang a pair of like shin guards in the net? Like, for like
he'll just hit, then he'll hit it. He'll hit him. Fucking, that'd be great.
But yeah, so Hawks win 5 in a row. Always talk about Kajula being like the younger, possibly a better Shaw than Shaw. He really showed it yesterday with fucking 4 penalties.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
one was a really fucking weak.
One was a double minor because he fucking banged the glass with his stick. When he got in the box.
That was so fucking soft, though. I've seen so much worse get like fucking thrown out there and nothing called.
I think it was the noise scared the ref, and he was just like, fuck you. 2 more minutes.
Oh, man. But, it didn't hurt the Hawks.
Get hurt? Huh.
They're 0 for 5, so power play. But, yeah, so 5 in a row. The Hawks
winning's winning, baby.
Yeah. The Hawks are now 3 points out of a wild card spot. They're only 4 points out of the last division spot. Tanner, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Is it time to believe?
Yeah. Did you hear Patrick Kane's post game speech when they kind of were talking? He was interviewed after the 3-star ceremony.
Oh yeah.
And he was just we're really glad that everybody's stuck around with us through these last couple of years. And he's like, we're doing our best to get back out there. And what do we say? Let's go get a couple more cups. And I was just like, yes, do it. It's like, I'll anything for you, Patrick. I swear to God.
This team has the ability. That's what kills me. This team is so good.
Yeah.
We have our weaknesses, but so is fucking every other team. And it's all we need. Our goaltending is stepping up. Our defense is stepping up. Ali Mata and Slater Cuckoo.
Yeah, I was going to say that. They were looking great.
Real.
Shut down, deep pairing. Fucking – I don't know what it was, but every time Ali Mata was on the ice yesterday, his stick blocked every fucking pass. It was ridiculous.
He's finally playing, the way that he's supposed to be playing.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
And then Cuckoo's just played out of his mind. I think whatever. I don't know. I'm very curious of what all of a sudden just clicked with these guys.
Yeah.
Because this is a night and day from a month ago for this team.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Boqvist is just looking poised out there too. Gustafsson is looking like his last year when he was putting up fucking 60 points. Connor Murphy just solid defensively, and Duncan Keith just you don't really have to worry about him being the only one that has to do everything all the time now.
He's making his classic Keith mistakes, but what I've been noticing when he's making them, it's in non goal threatening territory. It's in the corner. It's at the blue line.
There's also some support around too.
Exactly. He's being bailed out a lot quicker. All 4 lines are just it's Nets man up going out there. It's so good.
It's nice to have somebody clicking with Taves. Kubalik and Taves are great together.
Oh God, yeah.
It's always the tough thing. It was the start of the season. It's who's going to be on his line? Who knows? And then Kaner's just going to do Kaner things.
You got Taves, Kubalik, and Kajula together.
Yeah.
Kajula going out there just fucking ramming bodies, puck bouncing up to one Kubalik or Taves, and they're fucking finishing it. Let's fucking go.
Yep.
And then Saad coming back is huge. He was playing so good before he got hurt.
Yeah, he was killing it.
Throw him together with a hot Patrick Kane who's just playing out of his fucking mind. It's a 10-game point streak now for him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that and then Carpenter who's just playing out of his fucking mind. Our top 6, it shouldn't be our top 6 shouldn't be this. Holy shit, this is a great top 6.
Yeah, on paper at the beginning of the year, you'd be that's kind of questionable.
Yeah, this is who got hurt in the lineup that these guys are playing up.
Yeah, where's DeBrincat? Where's Strome? I thought Nylander was going to be up there, but then it's third line. You got DeBrincat with Doc, and they're just going up against other third and fourth lines. So they're just oh, Like, we have all the time in the world now. Like, this is cool.
Who's on that line with DeBrincat and Doc?
I don't know right now. Because what's the fourth line is Nylander, Camp, and Highmore, right?
Highmore. Also, Zach Smith on that line? Or no?
Yeah.
I think Camp
No,
is with DeBrincat and
okay, that
Doc.
makes sense. Yeah.
Zach Smith, Nylander, and
Highmore.
Highmore.
Yeah, Highmore's been looking good too. Like when he gets out there, you can tell like he's trying to keep his spot on the team because like as soon as Shaw comes back, like he's probably getting sent down.
If he comes back this year.
That's true.
Yeah, there's the whole rumors that he's done for
in
the year.
Strome when Strome comes back.
Yeah, so he's a big boy. He's throwing his body out there.
Yeah,
he's doing a good job.
He was throwing his body around a little bit yesterday. I think he had like one hit like behind the net on like Lucas Spiza, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like there's a big size difference there. I was like, I don't think Highmore is like that tall, but I'm fairly certain like Highmore's 5'11", and I think Spiza is like fucking 6'2" or 6'3".
Highmore's only 5'11".
Yeah.
He seems so much bigger. Like he plays so much bigger.
Yeah,
like that. Oh, that blows my mind.
Yeah, he's definitely an energy guy out there, and it's great. Let's see. Lucas Spiza is 6'3". I was right. Hey, look at that. So 5'11", 6'3", and he tossed him, and I was just like, oh god, that looked good.
So
but these games are fun, man. They're doing so good.
I know it's almost like of course this happens right now when the All-Star break's coming up.
Yeah.
And it's like I wish we could just be like, no, fuck the All-Star game. Let's just keep playing. Let's go.
I mean, we're playing Florida, and like hopefully we can keep the streak going into the All-Star break, and then there's no games for the rest of February or January. Sorry. Yeah,
that's a tough one there.
So the week ahead, all we have is Florida, and then Kaner in the All-Star game.
Oh, so is that our bye week? That's the week.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, are they still doing the bye week thing?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. I just thought it was like an extended break for some reason. I was just like, oh, that's a really long All-Star break.
Really long. Yeah, but God forbid they give that time off for the fucking Olympics.
Yeah, right. I think it's kind of nice though, like instead of getting like an All-Star break and then like later on getting like another week break so that like you can come back cold twice. At least if they're coming back cold, it's only one time. Like it's a long break.
That's
gonna be nice for like the guys not going to the All-Star game. Like
I was just about to say that, like, so everybody but Kane.
Yeah. They should all just show up to St. Louis and just be like, fuck the Blues. Go Kaner.
But yeah, so let's go back to Kane for a little bit here because I don't think we talked about him enough.
Let's talk about him. You want to talk about him?
Let's talk about him.
Let's talk about Kane. What is there to talk about? He's just what a goddamn beautiful human being he is.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, he's trash. He's not a top 10 player of the decade, or like that.
Leads the league in points in the 2010s, but I don't understand. Like that doesn't make sense.
But no,
what was it? He was also how many? So there's 10 USA born players, right? That have over 1,000 points.
Yeah,
I think I saw that. And then he's only like one of 5 to do it in less than 1,000 games. The list is pretty surprising because, like Brett Hall is like number 1 on the list, and he did it in like 854 games, which is just like absurd. Like I don't know. Geez, like in comparison, that's crazy because like we saw like growing up, I saw a little bit of Brett Hall, not like prime Brett Hall because like I thought he was good when he was like in his later years, but he had to be like fucking unreal when he was younger.
No, Brett Hall's not on that list.
What?
Yeah,
you gotta be kidding me. I swear I looked at it.
Oh, this is not updated though at all. But I guess it really doesn't matter because everybody else in front of him. Because still has Kane at 938 points. But number 1's Mike Modano.
Yeah.
With 1,374. Phil Housley comes in number 2 with 1,232. Jeremy Roenick with 1,216. Keith Kachuk, 1,065. Joe Mullen, 1,063. Doug Waite, 1,033. Brian Leach, 1,028. Pat LaFont, was it LaFontaine? LaFontaine?
LaFontaine.
LaFontaine, 1,013. And then Kane now. And then the Nets would be Chelios with 948. That's the top 10 points.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know. I think it's also because Brett Hall was born in Canada, but
I was going to say, isn't Brett Hall technically Canadian?
yeah, that's what the list said. It was just like he's born in Canada.
Canadian.
He was born in Canada, but it says like identifies as a U.S. citizen. He was like, okay. It's like, that's cool.
Marian Host is the number 3 goal scorer or point getter for Slovakia.
He's amazing. Oh,
But
Kane, I love it. Well, he's gonna get so much more left in him too. It's crazy. Like we were talking about it.
He's easily going to be the top goal or point getter.
U.S. born
player. Yeah.
Because he's still like on top of his game, like crazy. He's only 31. Like, and the way he plays is like he can play just as long as like Yager has. Like we were talking about that on our group chat where it was just like he's wearing ankle weights in like a post-game interview and like he's taking care of himself like way better now than like when he was younger.
Not drinking allegedly. He's staying out of trouble. Like you don't see him doing the stupid shit like off ice anymore.
He's just like primed and poised. Oh, you know what? We forgot to mention he got his jersey retired. In London.
That was before what? Before the Toronto game.
Yeah, that was like last Friday.
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, one season. He's the first player to only play one season and get his number retired.
I mean, he's a great player.
He had like what 100? I want to say like 160 something points that year too.
It was like 156 or 164 or something like that.
Let's see.
It's just some ungodly amount of points
for one fucking season.
And then thank God for the NHL lottery.
Yeah, 145 points.
There you go.
In 58 games only.
Yeah, only 58.
Jesus Christ.
He can do that in the NHL if he wants.
It's unreal. Like, we were kind of like, you guys were saying it. It's like, when most of his career was happening, we kind of didn't really like enjoy it because it was just another night. Like, watching Patrick Kane go do his thing. Oh, that's just what happens every night. But to really sit back and look at like his highlights throughout the year and just kind of like really understand what he's been doing, it's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
How goddamn lucky are we that we get to fucking see that?
Absolutely. And my favorite is like I was at his very first Blackhawks home game, and I always remember it. And he's talked about it too, like on an NHL Network, where it's like so vivid for him because it's against Detroit and it's against his childhood like goaltending hero Dominik Hasek, and he ends it in a fucking shootout. I wish I would have known that was just literally the start to something absolutely fucking unreal for the next like I don't know how many more years. Like. Oh, it's just been.
Does he get the credit that he's due? Like, because I know we see how Chicago media and everybody and our who we talk to sees him as like this amazing player because obviously he's Chicago. Like, I'm almost wondering, are we biased with this, or is this like a well-known thing? Like all these people around the country know how special this guy is.
I think from like I don't know, it seems like there's a lot of talk about it's either Crosby, McDavid, McKinnon, and then no one else. And it's just like, well, Patrick Kane's pretty fucking good, man. Like he's a lot better than anybody that's outside of that conversation too. Like if it's not those three, if it's like you want to put those three at top, like Ovechkin and like Kane are like together, and then everyone else is like a drop off. Like
I think the top four would be McDavid, Crosby, Ovechkin, Kane.
Yeah, I can see that.
Put those. The top two, I think, are kind of locked. You can flip Ovi and Kane all you want because what Ovi's amazing at is the goal scoring. Kane's amazing at the playmaking.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, Kane's got pretty fucking sick goals.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I mean, you look at his things. It's what 320 goals and then 680 assists.
Ooh, you know what was also nice that Pat Foley was talking about for his 1,000th
Pat
point?
Slip it, 380 goals, 620 assists. God, I'm so fucking close today and just fucking off.
What Pat Foley was saying with his 1,000 points, it was 518 were at home and 482 were on the road. So
it's like a clean split.
It's so close. And that's why he just shows up every night, no matter where it's at. He's going to be there, and he's going to fucking put the puck in the net.
It's very rare you see an off night from him. He is ready to go every game. Like, it's insane that he did it under 1,000 games.
Feels good, though.
But so easily, probably the easiest question to ever ask, does 88 go to the rafters?
Absolutely.
Right, yeah. There's no argument there.
There's a couple players on the team that they're going to be retiring their numbers. It's going to be beautiful days.
88, 19.
2.
It's going to be 2. Mm-hmm. I still don't think if 7 goes up, it's got to be for 2 guys.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's no way you can put one up and not have the other.
Yeah, I wish I wish they would do Hossa, but I don't know.
He deserves to. He 100% deserves to.
Yeah, he's a huge part of those 3 cups. So,
but speaking of the other 7, how lucky are we that the greatest American forward and the greatest American defenseman both rocked that sweater? Holy fuck!
It's pretty goddamn great.
It's fucking amazing. Like,
that's kind of funny because I always think about how lucky like Pittsburgh and Edmonton are. Pittsburgh having 2 of the best players of all time, same as Edmonton, 2 of the best players of all time, McDavid and Gretzky, and Lemieux and Crosby. And I'm like, man, good thing we have our 1. And then you mentioned that. I'm like, oh yeah, we have pretty much the 2 best American-born players of all time, so that's cool.
And then throw fucking Roenick in the conversation too. Like, it sucks that we don't have more to show for it as a franchise because the players that we've had on this team, like, it's a shame that Roenick, Belfour, Chelios, even like
Tony Amonte,
yeah.
Eric Daze.
I wasn't gonna want to say Amonte. But
I fucking love Tony Amonte, baby.
My favorite player, hands down. Like, it's a shame that they never got a chance to win a cup in Chicago.
Also, I love this shirt. Showtime, baby.
Did you see the other sports website that we don't want to refer to that has a Chicago office?
Oh, okay.
Did you see the shirt that they released for him?
No.
It just says like Showtime 1000, and then it's got like him doing like the celly. It looks pretty fucking sick.
I like it.
But yeah, any more we want to suck Kane's dick at all, or
I don't know. Here's to another 1,000 points.
Is that's okay? That's one. I guess that's a good question. Is it possible, you think? I don't think it is.
I don't know. I don't think it is either. But if he plays as long as Jágr has, it's kind of possible.
Yeah, I don't think he is though. I can
see him hitting 1,500 for sure. Fuck. Like, he'd have to play until he's like 44, 45, something like that.
Because it goes back to, I don't want to say this without looking this up. Is Gretzky the only one that ever had 2,000 points?
Yeah. He's the fastest player to get to 1,000 and the second fastest player to get to 1,000 with the other 1,000 points that he got.
Like, that's stupid. Like, I don't think that's never going to be – no one's ever going to top his points.
No, not his points.
No, never his points.
But I think maybe somebody like Connor McDavid might be able to get 2,000.
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
the
gosh.
only I
He
think
needs to play 20 years and just get 100 points a year. Fuck it.
we'll talk about this when we move to NHL talk. But the
Yeah, let's
only stat of record of his that I think has a chance of being broke is goals.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. So yeah.
And
So over the past couple weeks, it was just last week that all these were announced.
yeah, I think it was just
Yeah.
like within the last week or
They started
so.
announcing more this week. But so the NHL.com have been announcing like best of the decade categories and stuff. And the Hawks have been kind of cleaning
Clean it up a little bit.
cleaning up a bit.
Yeah.
So they won franchise of the decade,
Yeah.
which it's like no shit.
Mm,
3 cups, 6 years.
Dynasty.
Like
Could have been
close-
4.
Could have been 4 if it wasn't for the playoff series of the decade.
Yeah. What a playoff series that was, too.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
the 2014 conference finals, LA Kings or Chicago Blackhawks were the Kings. Won it off of Nick Leddy's back
Yeah.
in overtime. That was probably some of the best playoff hockey ever.
Yeah, I mean, both years. Like
Oh.
2013 and 2014.
God, that was man, the Kings Hawks rivalry in those playoffs, unfucking real.
Yeah, I wanted Crawford to fucking fight quick that one year so bad.
Oh God.
Just fucking shaking his mitts. Like, that would have been so good.
It's like that was like I remember seeing them announce that one. That was the playoff series, and I was like, oh. But then I started thinking about that series again. I'm like, oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
the only one would have been better was when we were all up at the lake.
Yeah, that was in 2013.
Yeah, Kane scored the double overtime.
Heartbreak Sully.
Heartbreak Sully. My fucking
Oof.
cousin was at the other side on the other side of the lake, and he said he could hear us yelling and cheering after that win.
That's fucking crazy.
But
Jesus.
and then the other honor that I'm taking this as a Blackhawks victory
Yeah.
is Coach Q, Coach of the Decade,
Yes.
with another like the grass is green and the sky is blue, and Coach Q is the best coach from the last 10 years.
So nice. They also did event of the decade.
Yeah, that just came out today. That was what the 2014 Winter Classic,
Yeah, Detroit versus Toronto.
which was like what the highest selling,
I think it was the
highest
most
attendance.
highest attendance because it was at the Michigan Stadium.
Yeah, the big house. It was like
Yeah.
what? It was like 100,000.
Yeah, it was over 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best jerseys too. I like they did the
Yep.
color jerseys, the red and blue.
Those Detroit ones were nice
Yeah,
with
those
the really sweet looking D on it.
I wanted a Kessel Toronto one so bad. I could not find it though. Yeah, so clearly, I mean, the Hawks definitely put their stamp on the last decade, which it's kind of crazy that 8 years before that, they're getting voted the worst franchise in all of sports, not
Yep.
just hockey, every
Yep.
single sport.
Worst franchise in sports. Feels good. Feels real good.
It's like the worst thing to say, but it's like everything turned around when Dollar Bill passed. Best thing that could have happened. And that is fucking terrible to say.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's all worked out.
It's worked out well, and it looks like we're getting back up to that point too. So, oh yeah, like you said, we only got Florida coming up, which is huge. Coach Q coming in. I feel like it's gonna be an emotional game. I think the boys will be buzzing though. 5
Yeah.
games in a row.
Plus, Florida's playing tonight right now against Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully, like, and I'm pretty sure like both of their goalies are hurt. Like they don't have Bobrovsky.
I think Bob's back.
Is he?
Yeah, I know he played on Thursday against Detroit. He had a 4-1 win, but it's also Detroit.
Yeah. I thought I saw somewhere that they were both out, but I can be completely wrong because that's typical. Oh, Bob. Yeah, Bob's back. What? We'll see if he plays tomorrow. And if he does, we never know what kind of Bob you're going to get.
Exactly. The Bob that I drafted or the Bob that I dropped. in fantasy.
I hope it's the one you drafted. So.
Yeah, so anything else for you want to talk about Hawks?
No, I mean, that was supposed to be NHL talk. Right? Doing the
Yeah.
events. Yeah, I think that's about it.
All right, so NHL talk. We were talking about Gretzky's never going to be broken. Records are going to be broken, but one will be, and that's the NHL goal.
Yeah,
Or
goal
his
total.
goal total. And the question always was, will Ovi catch him? I think the question now is, when will Ovi catch him?
Yeah.
He
He's just on fire.
8 goals in his last 3 games, including back-to-back hat tricks.
Classic fucking Ovechkin. Like I don't think anybody else has had like he's had multiple back-to-back hat trick games.
Yeah, multiple.
I've
Like
never fucking seen this out of anybody. Like
he's
what was
had
it?
he's
Like
had 20
Matthews just got his first hat trick since his first fucking NHL game, and that
Yeah.
was like a few years ago. Like, and he's a great goal scorer. So like this guy can just fucking go back-to-back nights with hat tricks is insane.
I wish I could remember where I saw it, but he's had 26 hat tricks in his career, more than 4 franchises, like in that time span since he's been in there in the
Oh
league.
wow. That's
And what the funny thing was, what I thought was so funny was they listed Vegas on there with 4, and their Vegas comments on it like, well, to be fair, we got a 12-year late start on him, so.
Yeah.
But
he's already at like 24 by the time Vegas started.
But what was so amazing was his last game was hilarious. He came in being 1 goal short of Mario.
Yeah.
Ties Mario, passes Mario, and then with his hat trick goal, he is now tied for 9th all time.
It's like, I'm just going to get this all done like in one night. Is that cool?
Had a hat trick on the anniversary of his falling down goal. And then,
wow.
then has another falling down goal the following game. Like, this guy is just a fucking freak.
He just puts pucks in nets, man.
And he's a guy that has so much fucking fun out there. I think now that he's got his cup, I think his entire determination is just getting that record.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, also probably another cup, but
Oh yeah, but what's left? I mean, besides honestly, he's got the cup, he's got all the individual awards. There's really nothing left for him to go for except for Gretzky.
Yeah, which is pretty great. Like at least there's something else to shoot for.
He is at 692 right now. He's 34 years old. He'll be 35 when next season starts.
How many more does he need?
He's hit 15 straight season of 30 goals or more. Let's see. Wayne Gretzky goal record.
And I just love that earlier in the 2010s,
202 more goals that tie Gretzky.
That's not that much.
Dude,
he had 32 goals at one season earlier in the decade, and everybody was like, Ovechkin's done.
Yeah, he had 33 and 16-17.
It's not done. He's gonna put up 50
Here
all the
his
time.
34 this year so far, 51 last year, 49 the following year, 33, 50, 53, 51, 32 in the lockout shortened year. So who knows how many he would have fucking had that year.
He had 32 in that year?
Yeah.
In 48 games?
Yeah.
Jesus.
38, 32,
Fuck.
50, 56, 65, 46, 52.
Yeah, he's pretty good at scoring goals, huh?
Dude, he's a fucking freak, man.
And he's not slowing down. He's a monster.
I feel like he's getting better.
Russian machine never breaks.
Holy shit. Oh, no, I don't want that opening. Okay. Yeah, I think he's gonna go down as the greatest or the best pure goal scorer in NHL history.
Yeah.
People want to bring up the debate about different eras, different all that. He's doing it in probably one of the toughest eras.
Yeah, it was the dead puck era. To begin his career. Nobody was we were watching seasons where barely anybody was getting a point per game.
Yeah.
And he was putting up fucking almost a goal per game still.
Let's see. He's only had one.
Mm-hmm.
2,
What are you counting?
3. So far, he's only had in his career. He's only had 3 games or 3 seasons where he wasn't at a point per game average.
Jesus. Yeah, he's a good goal scorer, man.
God.
Yeah.
So how long do you think it takes? 202 goals
5 years.
by the time he's 40.
Yeah. Like we just talked about, like that Backstrom contract. He's gonna probably just play the rest of that one out, and then what is he? He said if once he breaks the record, he's just gonna step off the ice and be like,
Yeah,
"All right,
he
see
said,
you guys."
yeah, I'm done. He's like, I got nothing left to do. Like, there's nothing left for me to do.
That's what I was literally saying yesterday to my girlfriend when Kaner got at 1,000. I was like, "Oh, he's done. Cool. Well, that's the last we see of him."
No, he's got Makita in his sights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ovi's fucking really good. Another thing that came out today was the Athletic did their annual player poll.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to go through all of them because a lot of them are just obvious answers. Best player, McDavid. I still think, I know we kind of talked about this before, and you kind of didn't seem too fazed by it, but I'm kind of surprised that, 33% of the players polled would still take Carey Price in a Game 7.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. Maybe he just hasn't looked great this year. I mean, his team's been playing pretty decent in front of him.
That team's not that great. Like, he's been that team for like so long. He's extremely good. He just makes it look like so easy.
Crawford and Liner both also received votes in that.
Did they really? Good.
Yeah. So did Antti Ratna and Darcy Kumper.
What about Scott Darling?
Ooh. Varlamov even did. Dude, it looks like every single goalie got.
Oh yeah, it's because it's probably. I mean, it's a player poll, so it's just like
it's so funny.
Somebody from every team's just like being a bro to their goalie.
Binnington and Tuukka Rask each got 7%, which ironically, I mean, they both were in a Game 7 last year, and one lost.
Yeah,
one should be a little bit higher.
Yeah,
underrated player, they said Barkov was 22%.
And then Huberdeau, wasn't it?
And Huberdeau, and then Backstrom.
And they play on the same line.
I'm looking at some of these players, too. This is what I think is ridiculous. Most underrated player, Patrice Bergeron got a vote. Leon Draisaitl got a vote. No.
Leon Draisaitl's not underrated. Or over. What? Underrated?
Underrated.
Yeah. He's not underrated.
Nathan McKinnon got a vote.
Oh, they think McKinnon should still be rated higher. Like one of the best players in the league.
Who else?
He's a Hart Trophy winner. He's still underrated.
Teravainen got a vote.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Dirtiest player, Brad Marchand. No shit.
Tom Wilson,
Matthew Tkachuk. The Matthew Tkachuk and Kazian drama. Poet sent that to us the other day that George Peros and Colin Campbell reached out to the GMs of Edmonton and Calgary to try to calm things down between them, and that George Peros is going to be in attendance in the game on the 29th. Like, how soft can you be? Come on.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to give a shit.
Yeah, let them go. And if you have to give out big suspensions, give out big suspensions. This has been the most entertaining thing. Like, you want to build up rivalries, and the rivalries get built up, and then you guys are like, no, calm it down. Like, we don't
want somebody to die.
Yeah. Let's see. Best referee, Wes McCauley. That's no surprise. He had that cool. Did you see what he did on the other day when Calgary and Ottawa played each other?
Yeah, he like kicked out the centers so that the Tkachuk brothers could face off against each other.
I guess that was premeditated. He goes up to Matthew before the game. And he goes, yeah, if you guys are both out there to start the game, I'm tossing the centers. You two are taking the face off. Your mom's gonna love it.
It's like, oh yeah, like I mean, this is like a real game, and it counts towards the regular season. But fuck it, like this is gonna be a hilarious way to start this game. Like what?
There was a funny post that was like in the Skybots. It was like 40 Kachucks in the Skybots. It was like Drew Doughty's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Player to drink a beer with, Ovechkin with 14% of the votes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Keith Yandel made the top 5.
Did he?
I feel like he should have been a little bit higher though, especially with those the legend of him growing on chiclets.
Yeah. He's a bro.
86% of the players said no to advanced stats. I'm not sure if that means no, they don't believe in it, or no, they don't like it,
or they don't know. I don't understand it.
Yeah, so I mean that's a tough one to kind
Yeah.
of follow. And then here's the last one that I thought was interesting. Rule changes. 60% of the players said they want to remove puck over the glass penalty, which is kind of
I don't understand that though, because like that's one of the things that players used to do to get a whistle instead of an icing or whatever.
Yeah,
like they would just like throw it over their glass.
Yeah, so I mean it makes
like
sense
that.
keeps the game going. 14% said no more offside challenges, which I guess I can see because those have been backfiring. Even with the reviews, they're still getting those wrong. And then 5% for no shootout and remove the trapezoid and 10-minute overtimes.
Yeah, I bet like Laner was the one that said no shootout.
I am in favor of that too. I'd rather see 10-minute OT 3-on-3 because I guarantee you're going to see a winner in 10 minutes. You're going to get too tired.
Yeah. Well, you know what we forgot to mention was when Taves scored that overtime goal earlier in the week against Ottawa. He's like in the league lead for overtime game winners since they went to like a shootout format or whatever.
He's had 12. Yeah, he's had 12 since they went to the 3-on-3 format, and that's the most in the league. But he sucks.
Oh god, I can't wait till he gets on 800. I feel like he can get 1,000 too if he's played like 5 more years.
Oh no doubt! I guarantee you he hits 1,000 points.
Yeah, I want to be there for that.
He's not going to finish like much higher than 1,000, but I think he at least hits 1,000.
Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get? Do you think that Kaner can get to 1,250 before Taves can get to 1,000?
Probably.
Yeah. That's probably this. I mean, it's a 200 point to 250 point difference.
Yeah.
It's
the cop out answer because it's like what Taves is good at isn't points. It's all the
it's
the
everything,
fundamental, the two-way hockey.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to be the guy that puts up 100 points every season. Like last year was just a freak of nature, man. Let's see.
Last year, what, 84 points?
Let's see. I'll pull it up here.
It's 84.
Yeah. 81.
What?
Yep.
Bullshit. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean 54, 69, 68, 76, 57, 48, 68, 66, 58. I mean, he's consistent. Like,
yeah, it's clutch.
I don't understand that. Like, that's why I don't get the hate with him. Like, why people like dislike him so much or say like, first off, yes, his salary cap at the time, you know what? It might seem like it was a lot, but for what he does, like, I'm not gonna get in this again. I feel like I get this every fucking time.
It's all right. We don't have to discuss that. It's a well-known fact that Jonathan Taves is good.
Yes. Yeah, so I think that kind of wraps up everything up.
Yeah, I think that's about it. No? Don't want to get too heated.
Oh, I do have a Riding Pine question.
Oh, yeah? Well, hell yeah, brother. Tell me what it is.
You're riding the pine pony, pal.
So it comes from our friend Rossi. He was asking us a little while ago, and I just was thinking about this the other day. Who is your guilty pleasure team to cheer for?
Toronto.
In Toronto?
Yeah. Well, actually, I have like a few teams.
Yeah. So, okay, do you have like a top 3?
Yeah. Well, Toronto.
Give your top 3.
Toronto, Columbus, and Arizona.
Okay.
And slightly Florida.
Okay.
A little bit of the Islanders too.
Yeah. I definitely am. I think my first one would be Arizona. Definitely Toronto. Fucking Nolly turned me into that.
Dude, Toronto, I love it. Like it's my East Coast original 6 team. It's fucking great.
Yeah. I always liked them, but I really didn't start following them until listening to Nolly talk about them all the
Yeah.
time.
Well, that and then the fact that like I can wear Blackhawk stuff and that's black, red, and white, and then if I want blue, I can wear like that blue like fucking Toronto like shit, and it's it just makes you look fly.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know who a third one would be for me. I do like Vegas. Oh, that's what we didn't talk about.
Vegas.
We didn't talk about the firing.
Oh, that did that happen this week?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Peter DeBoer
gets hired. They fired Gallant. As I say, last name Gallant.
Yeah, Gallant. Gerard Gallant.
I don't understand that move, but
No
that's twice
idea.
he's kind of gotten screwed, I feel.
I don't know what he does. Does he just hang out for a couple years and go to Seattle?
That's bring them to the Stanley Cup final, and
he's got a good history with it. Like I feel like he gets picked up right away with like what he's done in his past. Like
I was surprised there hasn't been a firing yet for him.
True.
But I don't know who at this point. I think on everybody. Detroit, I think, would be a good move.
Oh, they have Blashill.
Yeah, I think Detroit, if they were gonna be serious, like if they think the rebuild was coming or going on the upswing, I think he would be a good guy to get in there. But I don't know. So Rossi, guilty pleasure teams. So we got off track there.
Yeah. Vegas, I like Vegas though. Too.
Yeah, I think Vegas is just interesting because it's like they don't make sense.
No,
like
now they do.
Well, yeah, now they do, but like there was no reason for them to be where they were at when they were there. Like, yeah,
Edmonton's staring at them like, this is not how you're supposed to do this. Like, we're supposed to be better than you.
Yeah,
no, fucking Pacific Division, all within like 2 points of each other. Besides California. They forgot that the season was going on this year.
Yeah. Now I'm remembering a bunch of shit as this is getting ready to wrap this up.
All right. See you guys later.
Supposedly the Seattle team names can be announced this week.
What?
Yeah, it's supposed to be lined up with All-Star Weekend.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they'll have like other merchandise and stuff ready then too, because I'm gonna get something.
Dude, they better. I mean, for waiting this long.
I hope I kind of want them to be the totems.
I think it is the totems.
What was the other ones? I can't remember.
I want it to be the Kraken so bad. Yeah. Like,
there was one like the Sockeyes?
The Sockeyes.
The Rain City Bitch Pigeons. Thanks, Reddit. That was fucking amazing. I love that shit. And my favorite is like, just like going off track, but also going like to like Reddit. If they ever do like some people will do like infographics about like whatever each team, and I'll have like each team's logo, and sometimes people will subtly throw in like the Rain City Bitch Pigeons logo, like
yeah,
for Seattle. I'm just like, yo, that's hilarious. And if you guys haven't seen that ever, the Rain City Bitch Pigeons, go fucking look it up because
it is so hilarious. Goddamn funny.
It's so funny.
It's like I'm curious how many men's league teams have that as their jersey because
it's a quality logo.
It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I think it got like leaked a while back that it's going to be the totems, but I'm still holding off for the Kraken.
If it's the totems and they have like the same kind of color scheme as like the Seahawks, I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think I want them to have the same color as the Seahawks, regardless, no matter what.
I like the color of the Seahawks jersey, so that's why I kind of want it. It's like silver, navy, like
neon green.
Like it's like a seafoam neon green or something or like teal or something.
People were saying that they should name the Supersonics just so that when the NBA comes back there, they can't take it back. And
that'd be so funny. That'd be fucked up though.
Yeah. So hopefully be on the lookout for that. I'm sure I will post that on social media when that happens.
Yeah.
I'm
glad you mentioned that then because I didn't know that was happening. Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I'm like 95% sure that was being tied in with All-Star Weekend. So
cool.
So All-Star Weekend's coming up this week.
Kaner, Mr. 1000.
Then you got the 3-on-3, the women's 3-on-3 is what I'm really looking forward to too.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
So I think that's gonna do it here. Remember, don't forget to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. I guess we're still on Google Play. Follow us on Spotify. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Like our Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. I don't tweet much because I just forget about it, and then I remember the worst possible times.
Yeah, no, I forget to tweet. I just like keep my thoughts in my head.
Make sure to give us a rating on Apple Podcasts and on Facebook. The more ratings we get, the more exposure we get, and the more listeners get to hear us ramble on and very just organized shows like this.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, and make sure to visit our website, WCBenders.com. There you can find all of our previous episodes. I have our nifty blog section, which I have a couple in mind that I'm hopefully going to get there very soon. And there's also a section for you to leave your Riding Pine questions and get on a future episode. So any parting thoughts there, Tanner?
Sometime this year we'll get the other boys on too. You won't just have to have a Jarom and Tanner show the whole time.
Yeah, we're rocking it though. We're holding the fort pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
So we will see you on the next one. Remember, this is episode 87. The Showtime.
The Showtime, baby.
Heart.
Love you, boys. Heartbreak. Fucking great. All right. Bye.
Bye.